Hi, Søren. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Yes, well, I'm Søren. I'm 30 years old, and I have worked at ISC for about 3.5 years. In ISC, we are about 250 employees, most of us engineers, but also some technical drawers and consultants. Not sure what the English word is. We have offices in Aalborg, Aarhus, Viborg, Kolding, Esbjerg, and 𝙏𝙬𝙀𝙀. And we also have a branch in Taiwan, actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
that's about it. We have all kinds of structures. We have done a lot of offshore structures, and in the office I'm in Aalborg, we usually mostly in steel structures.
Okay.
Where we mostly connections, but also the members themselves. Yeah.
And do you use IDEA StatiCa in those projects?
We use IDEA StatiCa for some of the more complex connections we have to use. We've used IDEA StatiCa for about 2.5 years probably, but we have increased the number of licenses, and we also are more people that actually use it in the last few years and actually months, because the demands for the connections keep increasing, both because of new Euro codes that are going to be implemented, but also just clients have special demands. So in the last few months, we've used it a lot for buckling to check there's no problem, and also to have stiffness. You can make the calculations by hand, but very time consuming. So we use IDEA StatiCa for that. And then also if we have some node connections where we have 7 different members that needs to connect, it's just much easier to make it in IDEA StatiCa instead of hand calculations. And when we use IDEA StatiCa, we also ensure that we don't have any clash between all the different connections, which easily can be overlooked when you have a hand calculations. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Anything specific that you like about IDEA StatiCa? I know you covered it a little bit already, but
there's different aspects of IDEA StatiCa that's preferable. The way that you can look at it in 3D and get an overall picture of the connections is preferable. And I'm guessing that's the biggest aspect I actually like. Of course, it makes calculations easier when you have complex designs, but the way that you actually get to look at reality instead of a hand-drawn 2D sketch, I think that's the biggest plus by IDEA. Yeah.
very good, very good. And would you recommend IDEA StatiCa to other fellow structural engineers?
Definitely. If we have a complex calculations, we use it mostly for steel connections. It's definitely an asset to our repertoire, because it just allows us to have the most complex calculations. It also allows us to optimize sometimes. If we have a connection you have 500 times in a building, it's a huge asset if you can optimize and maybe have a small weld or fewer bolts, because also the production has a huge aspect, but also the installation on site. So if you can make it more easy, more simple, that's a huge. Yeah.
So it allows you to optimize your structures.
Yes.
It makes your job faster and also makes you safer, right?
Yeah. We are sure we don't miss anything in our calculations, because if we make a hand calculation, we of course have to check the bolts and plates and welds, but buckling of the plates, and if there's some instability that we have not thought about, IDEA StatiCa concepts that we of course still have to implement the connections right, because it's not just a magical program that fixes everything, but if you have the right inputs, you'll also get a good output.
Very good. Oh, thank you very much, and
Thank you.
keep continue
I will.
using IDEA StatiCa.
Yeah.
Thank you.